Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Chris with the C. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today, guys. We're on to bag H today, the Tekno MT410 2.0 build. Things are going to start moving a bit more quickly now. As you can see, we are now moving on to adding bits and parts onto the chassis, so I'm quite excited. What I'll do now quickly is I'll pause the video 2 seconds. We'll just kind of recap on the parts we've done and we'll go from there. Right, okay guys, so as you can see, we have got the steering bell crank and Ackerman all sorted with the turnbuckles. They're all ready to rock and roll. Since we were away, my vernier calipers have actually turned up with the battery, so I have measured all the turnbuckles. Quite important you do this. Like I say, you can actually there you go, so reading measurement, that's actually spot on for the turnbuckle. You can actually just use the manual, but it's always nice to double check with a set of digital calipers, and I think here in the UK they cost me a total of £1.24, so it wasn't a lot. Okay, so we've steering Ackerman, we've got the, I believe this is the front, am I right? That front? Yeah, that's front. Front assembly's all done. Alright, and the rear assembly is all done. So we're now going to be adding, the exciting part is adding them onto the car. So, and again, I'll pause 2 seconds, I'll grab the parts we need and we'll go from there. I'll catch you in a sec. Right guys, so tonight, actually on squash. Nothing hardcore tonight guys, unfortunately. In between working, I'm actually building this. Okay, exciting part, chassis. Let's open it up and have a look, shall we? Chassis. So this is when it all becomes sort of starts forming and becomes relevant, and very excited to do this. I hope you're all having a wonderful day out there. Man, I tell you what, and get out the packaging, flipping heck. Right, lovely quality on the chassis bind. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. Really nice. Countersinking is beautiful. As you can see, absolutely awesome. Okay, so the chassis, and then we're on to bag H. So I'm just going to put the chassis there a sec. Open up bag H. This should be mounting hardware, I believe. Possibly a rear skid. Not rear bumper, maybe. I don't know. Might be the bumper. I don't know. We'll have a look now. Okay. So it does look like some sort of chassis brace. So that's that. We'll put it over in this little pile over here. A rear bumper. Or is that a front bumper? Rear, I think. Might be the front. Front is front because we're doing bag H, front end assembly. Nice and strong. And pop this over here. We have got some screws. Again, I'm going to sort through all these and put them into where I need them. Keeps everything tidy, keeps it all neat. I know exactly where everything is. I don't end up losing anything. And if you do come to the end of one of the bags and you think, oh hang on, there's spare parts in there. There shouldn't be spare parts, should they, at the end of the day? Tekno have clearly done their work to give you the correct parts you need. And if you come to the end of it and you've got too many screws left over, or yeah, there's something wrong, you've missed something somewhere. So if you did do that, it's going to be a bad day at the office because you have to retrace your steps. But if you do it the way I'm doing it, fingers crossed, that's not going to happen. Okay, long screw there, and those. And then we have got some standoffs, I believe. Yeah, some standoffs. A lot of screws involved in this bag, guys. So 2 standoffs, 7075 standoffs. We'll pop them over there. Cap head screws. Some more cap head screws. Some more button head screws. which I'm going to put them there because I'm running out of space, and then some more cap heads there. Okay, step one looks like we're mounting everything, actually, to be honest with you. So let's work out. Front should have the kick up, like so. There's your standoffs. We want them to go in there. From what I can remember, yes it is. So it looks like I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's mount the front end assembly first. So this one, that is going to go onto the chassis like so. Absolutely gorgeous. And what I'm going to do with this, I believe they are 2.5 millimeters. Let's get my handy dandy screwdriver. So they are TKR 1324. TKR 1324, two of them. Some flatheads. Is that them? No. These them? No. That looks like the right ones. Yes, it is. And they're going in the rearmost holes. Is that right? Or in the front? Looks like they're going there. Is that right? That don't look right. Yeah, alright. I don't think they're going through there, so they can't be the right screws. They're not going through either. Okay, so they're actually smaller screws to start you off. Right, got it. And they are 2mm. So you can actually attach it to the car. And there, and there. Okay, so as much as I've used an electric screwdriver, I always like to check them after manually. Don't over tighten. There you go. Okay, now it's taking shape, guys, eh? Getting excited. Right, standoffs. So now these are TKR 1343, which is smaller ones. TKR 1343, is that it? Nope, that's not long enough. Should be 3 in total. Oh, actually they are. It's these ones. There you go. I like this little guide on the side so I can measure up. Now, I don't know if this will be like other cars where, yeah, actually it will, yeah. Never mind. Now, just to think about it, guys, metal to metal, thread lock. Let's get some thread lock on a go. That's one. Where's the other one? Maybe I've gone crazy here. There should be another standoff here somewhere. Oh, there you go. No, that's not it. I'm going to pause the video in 2 seconds because I seem to have lost a standoff. Maybe I've got a bit mad. Right, I found it, guys. I found it. Drama over and done with. A little bit of thread lock. Don't give you a lot of thread lock, mine will be straight. So it might be handy if you pick some up. But I'm going with what Tekno give me. I'm literally building it box spec, and if I need to do any tuning after, I will. Okay, so we have standoffs on the car. Next is chassis braces. So these are slightly longer, which is this part here. Alright, so that's going to mount on the car there. Lovely. And the screws are no, come on there. Okay. I was thinking to myself earlier, would I recommend this kit to a new starter? It's a tough one actually, because technically I suppose this is a race kit, e.g. I wouldn't call it a race kit as per se. It's definitely a monster truck. It's a pro monster truck is the way Tekno branded it. But their instruction manual is so good that I do believe if you were someone who was learning how to build trucks, this might be a good idea for you. The only issue I would say is definitely having the right tools for the job, because it took me a while to build up all my tools. I wouldn't let it put you off, but make sure you've got a decent quality set of hex drivers if you're going to do it. That'll help you not round off any screws, and so some simple things, side cutters and stuff like that. So yeah, chassis brace and everything is all on. So the next part is actually putting the assembly on top from the previous step. So that is now going to go on top of there. And that's going on absolutely lovely. There you go. Okay, so that's our steering assembly. And then we're going to put the top plate on, which is, let's have a look. The top plate is this one here. Now the only thing I will say is a little bit tight. There you go, clips in. You might have to put a little bit of force on the shock tower. So screws we're going to use are button head screws. So you've got TKR 11443. 443 is button head, 10mm button head. I believe. No. 3 of them. 1, 2. No. That's definitely one of them. That's going to go in there. So that would be the other one. We've got another one here somewhere which I need to find. Is that it? That's the one. Tighten those down. Now if you've assembled this right, your steering won't bind. Okay, there you go, all moving lovely. Right, next step is we need the 2 screws for the top, again 2 button heads that will go down through the bulkhead here. So you got 2 screws to tie into the bulkhead there. And these are longer, I believe. Hang on, 1 for 4. They the ones there? No, they're not them. 2 more cap heads. Actually, I think that one there is the wrong screw. The same, surely. No. I need to get one of these screws out just to check, because I've got a feeling one of them is wrong. Make sure you're checking all the screws you're putting in, guys. So the previous one was that one, yeah, so that's fine. No, that's a short one as well. No, it's a short one as well. So I should have. There you go. 2. No, that doesn't match. That's the wrong one. What have we done wrong here, guys? I'm going to pause the video and inspect to try and find out. Ah, hang on a sec. So the long one is meant for there. See, this is why it's always good to have the manuals. Right, that's better. And then the shorter ones go by here. Right, happy days. So, all coming together quite nicely, wouldn't you say? I think so. Very much so. Right, next step is, now we actually want to put this clip in here, like so. We might have to, the screw hole lining up. Okay, so these screws need to come out. that needs to go on like so. We'll pause 2 seconds, be right back. Right, okay, I'm going to give you a little tip here, guys. One of the things I've noticed is this clip that they got going onto the shock tower here, it was very, very hard to get on. Now, what my recommendation is the 4 screws at the front here, one there, one there, one there, and one there. Loosen them off, all right, and then it should screw straight on. I couldn't get it to go on otherwise. Now, I don't know if this is a common thing. It was very, very, very tight. Once you've actually put it on, you can then tighten the shock tower back up. The tolerances are that small that without unscrewing it, you haven't got to open up. Okay, so that is now on. That's the front, and you've got the support there. Yeah, and then we've got 2 button head screws, which is these. I believe they go through the front, like so. Oh, they're actually a little bit too long, so it must be these ones. Yes. Should actually make the front of this really, really strong, actually. Really strong. Okay, so that's all the front, triangulated, nice and sturdy and strong. That's all in one place now. Next step is, let's turn the page over, shall we? So we're now going to attach the turnbuckles. And I believe, let me get it straight. So we need 2 button head screws, which are TKR 1480. And that's that one there, that's 1. 2. We need 2 washers, which I've got for there as well. 2 of them, and 2 screws. Happy days, okay. So, washer goes after, so that goes 1 screw straight through, washer, and then into the arm, into the side front steering knuckle, like so, and then I believe there's a nut underneath, which is that captured? Yes, it is. Okay. So be quite careful. And then that's a 2mm driver. 2. Here's my 2. I tell you what, guys, honestly, everything just seems to slip into place. Alright, like I said, I had to adjust a few things as I'm going along just to kind of get it to the way I wanted it to be, but other than that, I mean, what I like about this, guys, is you're not dealing with someone in a factory who's had a bit of a bad day, or some manufacturing defect, or, and that's what you're paying for at the end of the day, is expertise of getting the parts right in the kit for you, and then be straight with you, I was talking to a couple of friends of mine earlier on, and I can't see this being the last time I build a Tekno kit at all. This is already a home run for me. Now, as long as the car drives good, which I'm pretty sure it will, I think we're on to a new way of me enjoying the hobby again. I love bashing, don't want to race. Awesome, guys, look at that. Steering is done, so everything else up. Awesome. Right, what's next? Bumper assembly, I think. So I believe this goes like the bottom screws, like so. And these screws are 2 longer cap heads that I've got left over. These ones. You know, these 2.5s. There you go, part of the front bumper is on. Very, very nice. Now, we're actually attaching the bumper to the car. So, let me read this because I've just noticed something. Now guys, now all the front end is together, this placeholder screw is finally getting replaced for a longer one. So you remove that. Okay, so that now comes out, that's spare. Put the bumper onto the bottom and put the longer screw that we replaced the placeholder screw with straight through. Okay, and then 2 longer screws at the front, 2 shorter screws at the back. So these are going straight into the bulkhead now. That's one. That's 2. Remember, use a manual drive then just to check it all. Now we're getting somewhere. We're definitely starting to get somewhere. Right. My God, everything just feels strong already. So much stronger than just, it all triangulates together, so every single part is pushing against each other to give a nice strong sort of bond on the car. Right, I'm going to pause 2 seconds. I'm going to show you with the different camera. Right guys, so we're moving on to bag I. Bag I is, by the looks on things, your motor mount and your one side is side rail slash servo mount. So as you can see, they actually integrated the servo mount into the side rail. So that's nice and easy to get in and out if you ever want to work on your servo. Your ESC mount, which we haven't quite got that yet, so I'm a little bit confused on which way I'm going to do this now. And also motor mount, as you can see. Okay, and fixings. So, the motor I'm going to be using for this build, and it does say here, it gives you a handy little chart. If you look at it, I'm going to go for 3S. I think I'm going to run this on 3S, alright? I'm going to go for a 3300. Now, they don't list a 3300, but what they do list is 3200 kV on 3-cell. And then they also give you the pinion count, 12 to a 14, alright? But they also give you the location then of where to put the motor mount. Alright, so judging on this, 14 tooth is what I'm planning on using. So it's between, let's have a look, where be 2? No, 13 tooth. Alright, so in between the high speed and the bash-in. So 13 tooth would be the red dots there. Alright, so that's how we're going to mount it. Let's just get them out and I'll show you the motor. Now the motor I'm going to be using is a HPI Maverick motor. It's been given to me by a friend of mine. Just trying to keep the cost down a little bit. I didn't want to wait for the motor to come from where I was going to order it from either. And first things first, what we need to do, so obviously there's a larger screw there. Where two. Maybe these ones. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Pause 2 seconds. Okay, so we've got the screw we actually need. This is to obviously hold the motor mount in place. Okay, so that's the support on, as you can see. When I mentioned about the holes, see, we're going to go with a 13 tooth, so 13 is going to be there, and I believe it's there. So the motor is actually this one here, 3660 3300 kV motor. Now, I did watch a video from Rccar guys, and he mentioned about using longer screws on the motor mount because the ones it comes with are actually a little bit short. So I think we're going to do that. I think I need some, they come with 8mm screws, okay? So what are these? Let's just measure them. Which are, that one goes in there. So motor mount screws are TKR 1522, which are button head screws. These ones, I believe, no, they're slightly shorter, these ones. And look, let's be honest, they're a little bit short, alright? So I'm just going to measure this now. Yeah, 8mm. I'm actually going to go and get myself some 10mm ones, so I'll be right back. Right, okay, so just going to measure them up. I'm looking for some 10mm screws. I think these are them. Yes. Okay, so I'm actually going to go longer screws on these because the 8mm you were saying actually came loose when he under some heavy bashing, so I don't really want that happening. Obviously I don't want my motor flapping about and ruining a spur gear just for the sake of not using a long enough screw. I'm going to put a little bit of thread lock on you. So the screws I'm using is M3x10s. A little bit of thread lock on the screw. And we're going to go with position 13. So position 13 is there. Could do with some better lighting, I'll be honest with you. I need one more. And you can get these little screw kits off somewhere like Amazon or something like that. Very easy to get your hands on them, guys. They're not expensive. They get around £10 here in the UK, which I'm not sure what that works out in dollars, but I know one thing, they're worth every penny, especially when you're doing, there you go, 10, that's 10 there. Okay, a little bit more thread lock. As I mentioned previously, I would have liked to have seen a adjustable motor mount rather than a fixed position, but I suppose I'm not really going to be changing the gearing up too much. So there you go. As you can see, 13 is there and the corresponding hole is there. So they've got, you know, obviously the positions are fine. I just would have liked to have seen an adjustable motor mount. So that's that done. That's my motor. That's all in. What is next? Now we're going to put our servo in. So I now need to go and get my servo. Yeah, so this servo I'm going with is one of the servos, DS3230 Pro servos. These are just basically a cheap servo I found on Amazon, on AliExpress, and they work really, really well. I haven't got any issues with them. Just need to get it into here now. so. And yeah, so bouncing back to what I was saying about the gearing, I think a 13 tooth with the, let's turn my calipers off, 13 tooth with the motor that I got should be plenty enough speed, especially on 3S. Right, screw I need are button head screws, so I believe that's these ones, which are TKR 1525, which is that one, that one, that one and that one. And it does say we need some washers, so some black washers to hold it down. Let's just put this in. One. Now, radio wise, what I'm going to be using is my radio link, RC8X with this, and also the small receiver that comes with it. Get that one started, so let's loosen this one off. Wash it with it. One more and get this wash out. Now, I did think about using like a more expensive servo into the car, but look, I'm bashing. The car's not heavy either. I am going to be running it the Beck at 7.8, 7.2. So 30 kilogram servo, and you know, for general bashing is going to be more than enough, I think. So, right, okay, so that is those steps done. I've managed to put the motor mount on. The motor is on there. The servo's in, so that's all done. Let's move the parts away, and we are then going to be mounting the servo to the car. I do believe Tekno has got some channeling. Yes. Okay. So let's have a look. So they give you a little hole for your servo wire to go under, which is literally underneath the chassis there. Let me just get this here. As you can see. So we're going to pass the wire through there. Like so. Make sure it's all neat and tidy, because I want my wiring to look all good. And then we're going to, there you go, right. And so the screws we're going to be using to attach it to the car are, let's have a look, TKR 1401, which are the small button head screws. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Is that right? Yes. I'm going to use 2mm driver. Now, if you're enjoying the builds, guys, or if there's anything you'd like to see on the channel, please let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. Would you like me to do things in a different way? Is there a different way for me to do my videos? I'm trying to be as thorough as I can for you. One screw over here, which is going to be it's right in the corner over here, so that's a little bit harder to get, but I'm sure we can do it. Pretty sure we can get it. Right, guys, sorry I can't really show you this part because it's quite hard for me to see. All these screws. Don't, again, definitely don't over tighten these when you haven't got really long screws in here, but there you go. Right, okay, so that is now on. Side guard's on, servo is in. Okay, so that's all done. Next step is ESC mount. Now, the only issue I got here is I can't actually mount the ESC in because the ESC hasn't actually turned up yet. So I might have to skip that part and actually mount in the motor first and then go from there. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, there are some extra screws to go underneath anyway. So which ones are these? TKR 1325 and TKR 1323. 1325 are the longer ones, which are these, I believe. Yes. Doesn't actually make it quite clear which holes for what though. Mm-mm-mm. 1323. There's 5 of them. Just gonna pause 2 seconds. Okay, so we've managed to put the screws in, so that's good. Right, let's flip this over. So motor mount is now going in. Again, thread lock needed for this one. So I wouldn't go too nuts on thread lock on your motor mount either, guys, by the way. Should you want to change a gear in or something like that, too much thread lock is going to be an absolute nightmare for you. That's in. They're all, yeah, they're all same size. Right, motor mount is in, servo is in. Absolutely awesome. Wiring, I've got a feeling it's going to run that way. And your receiver box, believe it or not, is going to be at the back by the looks on things. Because your battery tray is actually here. Yep, all in one place. Right guys, so that was Bag Eye. Don't think there's anything more to say here other than absolutely awesome. There are actually 2 more screws I need to put in. 2 more screws. I apologise, I do lie. These are for the brace on the motor. There you go. There you go. Motor is in. Could be a lot more space for a bigger motor, I'll be honest with you. Because the ESC mount, I believe, will go like that. No. Which way does this go? No. Like that, I believe. Actually, it goes like that. So yeah, I do have enough room there for another 15mm. So I could, in theory, put a bigger can in there. But yeah, awesome. Right. That's the end of that video, guys. So that was Bag Eye on the Tekno build. Not really a lot more to do here. We've just got to start adding the rest of the parts. Now I am at a bit of a stop really, because my ESC haven't turned up from AliExpress yet. But yeah. No, Siri, you're drunk. So yeah, as soon as the ESC come here, I can actually ESC in, and then obviously start sorting out my wiring. Good feeling I'm going to be running my wires around like this towards the ESC. I don't know, we're going to have a look. I want to try and make it look neat and tidy. But thoroughly enjoying this, honestly. Thoroughly enjoy it. I'm going to see how this motor goes. If it's not powerful enough, we have got a larger cam which I can put in and then run it on 4S, but I might need to change this motor mount. If you're enjoying the video, guys, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you like it. If you're enjoying the channel, make sure you subscribe. Costs you absolutely nothing. Really humbled by all the likes and shares and everything else that goes on in the comments at the moment. Till next time, guys, make sure you stay awesome. Thank you very much for watching the video. Check the box for more videos. I'll catch you later.